Hi everyone, so I'm a little bit nervous about making this video, so if I mumble or take ages to explain things, that's just why. But I've just seen a lot of things about mental health going around, like on social media, and even from just my friends and family, that people are really struggling at the moment. I know I am. I mean, I thrive off of a routine, and one thing that my anxiety kind of stems from is the unknown, and especially at the moment the whole world's in like this uncertainty bubble. So for people that struggle with not having a routine or going to work or going to the gym, this is a little bit hard. So I just wanted to make a video to say a few things that could help you. So for me, I've written down stuff to do during the week. So for example, maybe on Monday I might do some baking, probably banana bread like the whole world, but something fun. Or like the next day, on a Tuesday, do some colouring or something quite calming. Maybe read a book or something to kind of bring you back down and things like that. You're probably not going to stick to a list, but I think just for your own sanity, write something down. And if you stick to one day, that's great. If you do a whole week, then that's really good. But I think to keep positive, maybe write down some stuff that you're going to do after the lockdown, and things, especially at this time. I think a lot of people are struggling with not going to the gym or not seeing people who they normally see, who they rely on to keep them happy. So I also want to talk a little bit about my mental health. I have quite bad anxiety. It's to do with a lot of things, but one thing, I was adopted quite a young age, so I think I struggle with people leaving my life quite a lot. So for example, if my friends or like my boyfriend or someone leaves me, I find it really hard, and I basically go in self-destruct mode. And I think a lot of people can relate, that when especially when something changes in their life, it's just like, oh my god, what do I do? So that causes things like panic attacks. I know that I've had a fair few which have been really horrible, so if you've ever had one, then I'm really sorry, because you feel like there's no way out, and you're even like breathless, or even like you just don't even feel like you're there. So if you've had one and you've gotten through that, then that's really good, like hats off to you. What I'd also say to try and get out of that, I know obviously this is all a lot easier said than done, but I'll say you've gotten yourself out of your panic attack, go and have a hot drink straight away, which will calm yourself pretty quickly. Also say if you're ever with your friends and you're having a conversation about mental health, tell them that you have panic attacks, because say if they're ever with you, tell them to squeeze your shoulders really tight. I know that sounds a bit weird, but it's what my counsellor told me a little while ago. Because basically when you're having a panic attack, you're going into fight or flight mode. So fight, you're just gonna fight it off and you're just gonna cry and suffer. But flight, you're just gonna go absolutely numb and you're just not gonna hear anyone. So if someone's touching you and holding you with pressure, then it will send like a message up to your brain and you'll go, okay, and you'll start to calm down. Also, then you'll be able to hear their voice, you won't feel so numb, so then they'll be able to calm you down. So that's quite an important thing, if your friends are ever around you. But if you're on your own, then try and take deep breaths. And I mean, I can say all this, but I know, especially for me, there's been a lot of times where I've just had to ride it out, and it is a really horrible feeling, but I think you feel a lot better and you start to understand why you have panic attacks, what's the trigger and things like that. But especially for anxiety at this time, to be honest, I am struggling quite a bit with it, because I might be looking on people's, like girls or stuff, Instagram a lot more, because obviously there's nothing to do. So I'm just like, oh god, like she's pretty, like I just feel a bit shit about myself, like things like that. But think at the moment try and not look so much on your phone. Maybe like go out and actually do something. I know you're only allowed to exercise like once, but walk around the house, like see how many steps you can do around the house, like do something silly like that. If you've got any siblings, play some weird games, or your parents. Also, I wanted to speak about sleep. I know a lot of people are struggling with their sleep at the moment. I mean, my sleep pattern's out the window. I don't go to sleep till about 6 a.m. and then wake up about 2 o'clock, so it's really weird. And it does make you feel a little bit down and maybe slightly depressed, because you're just like, why am I not sleeping? I'm just tired all the time. But actually, it is alright at the moment for that to happen. I think people are so stuck in this, you have to have a proper sleep, like sleep 9 till 6 a.m. or sleep a full 8 hours. But at the moment, the whole world's in crisis. I mean, it is alright. If you want to sleep all day, that's okay. But just make sure you know that you're going to start to ease out of it, because otherwise you'll get into such a spiral and it will just be really upsetting. But I hope that maybe some things I've said might help people on here. But if anyone on my Instagram is having a really bad day and they just need someone to cheer them up, or maybe some more advice, then please just message me. Or say if you want to hear more about why my anxiety is that I think everyone's going to leave me, which I know some people might be like, that's a bit silly, but if you want to know more about that, then just let me know. But I hope that's been helpful. Anyway, bye.